when this, then that would have to be the thing in my life that probably causes me the most anxiety, the most stress, disappointment, and unhappiness. And there's a good chance that it impacts you as well. When was the last time that you thought about something and you were like, oh, no, I can't yet. I'm not able to right now. And you've pushed what you wanted into the future. Right now for me, for example, it's when Irish dancing finishes for the year, then I will have more time to be able to do other things that I enjoy. When I was a child, it was always the school holidays. When school holidays come about, then I will be more disciplined. Then I will do more of my piano lessons. Then I will whatever it was that I wanted to do. And I never did it. And I still don't do it because I'm so burnt out from the when. I'm living my life in when and not able to get to then. And I've managed for most of the year to avoid this. I have been very conscious about how many commitments I have taken on, how much energy I'm putting into things, and trying so hard to live in the present. But recently, everything's just gone so crazy. Probably because it's before Christmas, and I swear October, November is just all like a big steamroll prep ramp for Christmas. December is generally nuts. Even if I'm not even really doing much for Christmas, but it's like the whole world has this like figurative deadline in their heads that come December 26th, everything ends. And then I've got things in January, and then it rolls over to the new year, and then I'm back to work. And it's just really not good for my brain. And it's probably not good for your brain too. So what are we going to do about it? I'm going to talk to you about what goes on in my life, and then I'm going to talk to you about how I'm hoping to shift that, because right now I'm in the middle of it. So currently I'm in a big when stage. I do not have more than 2 free days between now and Christmas, and it's currently Friday the 6th of December. That's insane. And I mean, like, some days have 3 appointments booked or 3 things organized for the day. I just have booked 1 day in that whole period, and I put it in my diary as rest. And the only reason I feel like I can justify that rest day is because I'm getting my marina out the day before. Not great. I feel like I'm going to go into getting my marina out with so much stress and so much anxiety because I've had no time to just sit, reflect, and be. Being a human is really important. And we don't have time to be bored now. We don't have time to just sit with ourselves, to contemplate. That's why so many ideas come to us in the shower. Have you ever thought about why that is? It's because it's the only space where you generally don't have external stimulus. You don't have your phone, you don't have people talking to you. Often most people don't have music. I certainly don't have music. That would be distracting if I didn't like the song and I was stuck there in the wet. But that's why you have all these ideas, and that's why you remember, oh my God, I've got to go take the dog to the vet, or whatever it is. You remember it in the shower because it's the only space you've allowed yourself to have the quiet. So I'm going to try to build in more showers into my life between now and Christmas, because I'm not feeling comfortable with where I'm at emotionally and physically and mentally. I've found that I'm in the wrong part of my cycle, and I say the wrong part of my cycle because there's a part of my cycle I like and who I enjoy being myself when I'm in that part of my cycle. And then there's a period where I just am an emotional wreck, and that's where I'm at now. And it's not great and it's not fun, but I'm working on it. And not every month is better, but when I look over the space of a year, I am getting so much better at managing it. And that's what I want to help you learn as well. How to go through the hardship, have the changes in your hormones, have the changes in your mind if you're neurodivergent, and yet still move through life in a more positive direction. It might not be quickly, it might not be life-changing. But the little changes that you can make slowly, when you look back over a year, they really do have a big impact. So if you're anything like me, you probably don't even mark everything on your calendar because there's things that are consistent that keep popping up. Work, maybe your gym schedule. For me, it's my Irish dancing. Those things are a constant. And I have a lot of things that I need to continue doing right now because I've made commitments for them and I'm not able to get out of them, and they are requiring a lot of time and effort. For example, my Irish dancing show this Sunday, there is absolutely no way that I'm going to bail out a few days before the concert because that would leave everybody else completely stranded and the three hand would look really weird with only two people in it. There are things in life that you just have to do. Like, it doesn't matter if you want to do them or not. Past you made this commitment and you need to do it. Obviously, if I was really, really sick or something, it's understandable. But I do take my word very seriously. And if I commit to something, that's it. Right now, I'm feeling seriously overcommitted and I'm not super pleased with myself. But I also know that that's going to pass. That period will pass. But what can I do right now so that I don't have to wait for it to pass? When I feel like every minute of every day is absolutely full, whether it's being going to work, coming home, getting dressed, going to Irish dancing, coming home, eating dinner, having a bath, going to bed. Like, there is no available space in that day. It just doesn't exist. And then what I think is the real kicker for my neurodivergent brain isn't those things, because I know that that blocked out day is gone. Like, I am unavailable. It's the random things. It's the extra things. Yesterday I was meant to go for an ultrasound and I left the referral on the fridge. I then had a complete meltdown, and I mean toddler level, on the verge of hyperventilating meltdown in the car because I felt so upset with myself. I was so angry. I was so tired of forgetting things and like looking for milk in the microwave. My brain is fried, and my brain is fried because my hormones are off. My neurodivergence is extra spicy when they're off like that. And then I forget things, and then I don't do things right, and I can't think things through. And then that steamrollers into having more of an impact and more stress levels. And it's those extra things that just are too much right now. I don't even remember the last time I cooked or cleaned. And then I feel bad as well because my husband's picking up all the slack, and that's not good for him because, I mean, it's great that he's the kind of person who will pick up that slack, but that's not fair in a relationship. So I have all of these things all happening at the same time, just pressing on down on me. And I don't feel like I can even get any of those shower moments. Where on earth am I going to fit a shower moment where I can just be left alone, have space for myself, do the things that I need to reflect on, when there just isn't the time available? If you have children, oh my God, I do not know how you do it, because you don't even get the shower moment because there is a little face pressed against the glass being like, "Mummy, Mummy." And that's another thing that gets to roll around in my head because I'm getting my marina out really soon. So I'm about to have that mummy thing. Well, I hope. But anyway, so far, if you are empathizing with any of this spiel, please let me know in the comments so I know that I'm just not using YouTube as a therapy session because my brain is too full of marbles that are rolling around in my head and banging on the sides for my attention because I have too many commitments and too much going on in my life and too many hormones and not enough of the right wiring to support this system. Anyway, sorry, I promised you a solution, didn't I? Or at least one solution. So, my plan, which we will see how it unfolds, is firstly, cut out anything that is not absolutely necessary. So, do I really need to go and get that ultrasound? I'm not sure. I haven't worked out if that is truly important for me. I now cannot get another appointment until after I get my marina out, making it kind of redundant because I can't give the findings to my gynecologist. And I have been in more pain this month than I have in the last 2 years since my ovarian cyst rupture and possible torsion where it twisted and twisted back with my ovary. But they didn't actually do the examination at the hospital, probably like they should have. And then I missed my ultrasound appointment and now I can't get one for another month. So is that going to really help? When I think back about how sick I used to be all the time, this is nothing. This is just more painful continuously like it used to be all the time. And nothing used to be able to happen for the past. Like I used to be like this all the time and the doctors didn't do anything about it because ultimately all they can do is surgery. So I'm beginning to think that maybe I just ignore it. And I know that's not great medical advice, so don't do that necessarily. But for me right now, I just don't see the value in it. The only two situations that I can foresee are I'm going to go in, they're going to find nothing, and then I'm going to be like, well, there's obviously still something going on because I'm not usually in pain like this, but the ultrasound doesn't show it. The ultrasound didn't even show it right before I had my surgery when I had a torsion. And then I'll also feel disillusioned with the medical system, like nobody can help me, and then that's a great little spiral. Or they find something and their only solution is surgery. And I don't really want surgery. I've had 2 already. And unless I'm dying, which I think I would know about if I was dying, because I would be in extraordinary pain, because it would be like a complex cyst burst, I don't really want another surgery. So I might just not do it, or at least not do it now. I might get my Mirena out and then just do it later. So that's my step 1. Getting rid of everything that I don't have to do. Unfortunately, there's not a lot on my list that I can do that for, but maybe for you, there is. And it also could be, like, I can't quit Irish dancing right now because I have this show. The gym. I know that the gym is so good for our mental health. It's so good for our endorphins, our health, everything like that. But if you are at this critical point of when this, then that, just don't do it for a week. It is not going to kill you to not do it for a week. Social engagements, same thing. I need social engagements to feed my soul. I really very rarely cancel a social engagement. But if you are finding that you're overstimulated, that you're exhausted, that you have no social capacity left, cancel it, but cancel it early because it's awful when you cancel things late, especially with other people. Because you may just need a week of nothing more than going to work, coming home, eating dinner. My third piece of advice would be also maybe cancel work if you can. Take a sick day. And on that sick day, choose what you're going to do. Are you going to have a figurative breakup, sit in bed, watch Vampire Diaries or Twilight? Why is everything vampire related? Princess Diaries. Everything is diary or vampire related. Okay, obviously they're in the same box in my brain. Have a breakup level day. Sit in bed, eat ice cream, a packet of chips, watch a movie and pretend like the world doesn't exist and turn your phone off. That is not a healthy coping strategy, generally speaking, because it doesn't fill your cup. It just distracts you. But if you are so overstimulated and if you are so exhausted and that's what you feel like you need to do it. It's not wrong because it's not good for you. It's only wrong if you use it as a coping mechanism without being aware of it. If that is what you need to do that. If you are feeling a little bit better than needing to sit in bed and close the door on life, go and do something that fills your cup. It may not be able to be creative because creativity comes from having that space. And if you are busy and overwhelmed, you probably don't have that space. But go and do something that allows for the space for you to be creative. Go for a walk on the beach, go get out in nature, really ground yourself to the earth. It does make a big difference taking your shoes off, I swear. Do something that will enhance you. For me, it's talking to you, editing videos, writing. For Adam, it's building Lego. It might be being in your garden. Just make it something that is for you and for your soul. So whatever you can get rid of, try to get rid of it. And if you can't, and you truly can't get any more time, take 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. Right now, I'm probably going to run late for work. But this was the time I had available, and I'm feeling crushed right now. So I got ready extra quick. I've sat down here with you and I feel so much better. I feel renewed because this fills my cup. And it also empties it. I also needed to stay because I really wanted to finish my tea. So get rid of what you can. Then either pretend you've had a breakup or do something that fills your cup. And then finally, you need to reframe the when this, then that. It has to be reframed in your brain. It is too easy for me to think of Irish dancing as a chore because I must go this week because I have the show, that I have to do this. And I think a lot of that comes from our childhood, upbringing, society, of this like demand of this needs to be done. And as when something needs to be done and it's a responsibility, we often don't feel very good about it because what responsibility in life is generally pleasurable? We don't have a good association with responsibility as a people, from what I've seen. I need to reframe that. Yes, I will have more time next week after Irish dancing breaks up for the year. And I'm very, very glad for that because I need it. But I'm going to miss it. So it's not when Irish dancing is done, I will have more time. It's right now I get to practice for my Irish dancing show. So I can show the people I love and care about what I can do. And I'm terrified because I haven't practiced enough, even though I've been practicing more than I've ever practiced for anything ever, but I'm still not very good. So that's a little worrying. But anyway, I get to do that. I get to show that. I get to do this fun thing. It's not serious. It doesn't matter if I stuff up. And it's enjoyable. It's not a competition. It's just our Christmas show. I get to do that. And I know people say like, don't be, I have to, but I get to. And it is a little bit like that, but it's not about just framing, I get to do this thing that I love, but it's also about framing that yes, when that's over, I also get to have more time. And it's a balance of looking at it as a whole picture, not Irish dancers versus free time. It's right now, I'm doing something I love. Later, I'm going to have free time. And both of those are like relatively neutral or positive, not negative positive. Otherwise, I'll be going up to class quite resentful and not being quite pleased about it because it's taking away from free time. When we do a when this, then that, the then that becomes the ideal and the when becomes the thing holding you back from it. And often the when is actually a wonderful thing. Social engagements, dancing, going to the gym, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're busy with, it's still generally a good, positive thing, but you're so busy looking into the future that you don't get to enjoy that because you're thinking about the then. So yes, be aware of the then. Yes, no, you need your then, but try to still reframe the now, reframe the when, and take those moments where you can. It may mean not doing the dishes. It may mean ignoring your dirty floor. It may mean not going to an appointment. It may mean rescheduling a few things. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it is temporary, because everything is temporary. Like, don't just ignore your dishes forever. But take the space you need now so you can enjoy the when. And know that when the then comes around, you've got this. Because if you keep pushing super hard during your when you get to your then, you'll have nothing left and you will end up in bed watching Princess Diaries or the entire series of Harry Potter with a bowl of ice cream. And then you won't even get to be creative, or you won't get to do what fills up your cup. So that's my advice. I'm now 4 minutes late for work, so I should really go. Thanks for coming. Please hit the subscribe button and send me a comment if this was helpful. And don't judge me harshly for being late for work. And by late for work, I mean late for early for work, not actually late for work. I can't be late for work. That would, yeah.